Welcome back to our 10-part series on yacht handling and maneuvering. Yacht rafting is an essential skill for safe and efficient mooring, whether at shore, at sea, or alongside a dock. In this tutorial, we'll break down the step-by-step process of different rafting methods, including line rafting to shore, involves yachts anchoring offshore and securing stern lines to the shore. Anchoring to an existing raft, adding a yacht to an already secured line raft. Line rafting at sea, yachts secured together in open water, positioned in alternating directions for stability. Alongside docking, securing a yacht directly against a quay or dock. Alongside rafting, multiple yachts rafted side by side when dock space is limited. We'll cover preparation, anchoring, securing lines, and safely leaving a raft. Let's get started. Before setting up a raft at sea, choose a location that offers some natural protection from waves and wind. A sheltered bay, a cove, or an area with a consistent seabed for good anchor holding is ideal. Check the depth and the seabed composition. Sand or mud provides good anchor holding, whereas weed or rock may cause anchors to drag. Ensure there's enough space to accommodate all yachts without interfering with other vessels. Line rafting to shore. First, let's look at line rafting to shore, where yachts are tied in a straight line parallel to the shoreline. Each yacht drops an anchor offshore, then secures a stern line to the land. Step 1 is preparation. Start by briefing your crew so everyone understands their roles. Then, scout the location, check the depth and the seabed conditions to ensure your anchor will hold. If you're the first yacht to arrive, get as close to shore as possible and send a crew member in a dinghy to secure a long stern line to land. Step 2 is attaching the shoreline. Once the crew member has fastened the stern line, they should row back to the yacht. At this point, calculate the necessary chain length and determine where to drop the anchor. The drop point should be directly offshore from the intended mooring position, dropping anchor and reversing in. If the depth is, for example, 15 meters, ensure the anchor reaches the bottom before reversing. Otherwise, the anchor won't hold. While reversing, continue paying out the anchor chain. If the chain becomes too tight at any point, ease out more to maintain control. Keep reversing until you reach the crew member in the dinghy. Once in position, stop deploying the anchor and secure the stern line to the winch in the cockpit. Step 3. Tightening the anchor. With the stern line secured, it's time to set the anchor properly. Increase the engine revs to 1,500 RPM and slowly bring in the chain until it forms a 30 to 45 degree angle. This ensures a solid hold. Verify that the anchor is properly set before turning on anchor lights and keeping an eye on battery levels. Now, let's look at anchoring to an existing raft. If yachts are already secured with shorelines, you can raft up without needing to send a crew member to shore. Prepare your front and stern lines before approaching the raft. The key here is a straight approach. You must avoid crossing another yacht's anchor. Reverse in while dropping your anchor, aiming to come smoothly alongside the last yacht in the raft. As you come alongside, quickly secure your front and stern lines to the adjacent yacht. Then, attach your own stern line to shore and tighten your anchor. With your yacht now secure, help the next yacht coming in alongside you. A proper raft should be stable, aligned, and free of unnecessary strain. Always use front, stern, and spring lines to keep yachts positioned securely. The raft should remain as straight as possible, avoiding a banana shape, which is unsafe. Check the masts and spreaders. These should not be positioned too closely together, as they could collide. Use spring lines to keep them apart. Each yacht in the raft must secure its stern line and ensure its anchor is properly tightened. Finally, ensure the deck is safe. Remove trip hazards and turn on deck lights for visibility. Line rafting at sea. In a line raft at sea, yachts are secured together in a straight line, but they do not all face the same direction. Instead, each yacht alternates its orientation. One yacht faces forward, the next faces backward, and so on. This method ensures that anchors are set in opposite directions, preventing the raft from drifting or swinging if the wind or current changes. Step 1. Starting the raft. The first yacht to arrive sets the foundation for the entire raft. This yacht will act as the central anchor point. It must drop its anchor with an appropriate scope, at least 5-to-1 ratio, 5 meters of chain for every meter of depth. It will usually be easier to anchor into the wind. Reverse gently to ensure the anchor is properly set. Once the anchor is holding, the yacht should come to a complete stop and prepare to receive the next yacht from the opposite direction. Step 2. Adding more yachts. Once secured, the second yacht drops its own anchor in the opposite direction of the first yacht. If the first yacht's anchor is set facing west, the second yacht should drop its anchor facing east. Each new yacht approaches the raft slowly, positioning itself alongside an existing yacht. The key here is alternating directions. If the first yacht is facing forward, the second yacht should approach bow to stern, meaning its front will face the stern of the first yacht. Now let's talk about leaving a raft. When it's time to depart, planning is essential. Ideally, yachts should leave in the same order they arrived. Before moving, check if any anchors are crossed with neighboring yachts. Step 1. Preparation. Notify the skippers around you that you're about to leave. Reel in your stern line, but do not detach it too early. If multiple yachts release their stern lines at once, they may all drift forward uncontrollably. Remove your spring lines, but keep front and stern lines in place until it's your turn to go. Step 2. Departing from the raft. Loosen your lines to the neighboring yacht and drop them. Start moving forward slowly while maintaining control. Use minimal throttle, around 1,500 RPM, to avoid sudden movement. When retrieving your anchor, pick it up straight while slowly moving forward to avoid hooking other anchors. Step 3. Anchor retrieval. If you do hook another yacht's anchor, notify them immediately. The remaining yachts in the raft must wait until you are clear before starting their own departure. Now, let's move on to alongside docking, where a yacht is secured directly against the dock or quay. Start with planning. Observe your surroundings, assess the wind and current. Decide which side of the yacht will be against the dock, port or starboard. Will you go in front first or stern first? Always have an escape plan in case you need to abort the maneuver. Step 2. Preparing for docking. Turn off music and distractions to maintain clear communication. Ensure fenders are at the correct height and positioned properly. Brief your crew on their roles, and if other yachts are nearby, inform them of your docking plan. Step 3. Approaching the quay. Move as slowly as possible while maintaining control. Be aware of your yacht's prop walk, the sideways movement caused by propeller rotation, and use it to your advantage. For example, if you're docking front first on your port side, approach at an angle. Bring the front close, then reverse slightly, letting prop walk align your yacht parallel to the quay. Step 4. Securing with lines. Always use front, stern, and spring lines to hold the yacht securely. If you're the first yacht on the quay, fenders should all be on the docking side. If rafting up alongside another yacht, place at least 4 fenders on each side. Alongside rafting involves multiple yachts rafted side by side when dock space is limited. In busy harbors, rafts can be up to 6 yachts deep. Without proper precautions, yachts can swing into each other. To stabilize the raft, every second yacht should secure a line to the raft in front and behind. Every third yacht should run stern and front lines to shore. Larger yachts should be closest to the dock, with smaller yachts on the outer edge. Use all available lines to reinforce the raft, creating a secure web of connections. Yacht rafting, whether at shore, at sea, or alongside a dock, requires careful planning and precise execution. Proper line handling, anchor setting, and communication with nearby skippers will ensure a secure and safe mooring. Mastering these techniques will make your time on the water smoother, safer, and more enjoyable. Thanks for watching, and happy sailing!